And this is another thing in reference to the ongoings and the procedures of the companies and the history of the companies, in reference to people that are blocking me. People that are blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. People blocking me from my accounts and my lawsuit monies and insurance monies. I was supposed to receive insurance monies from the studios and the Screen Actors Union and some other places and the modeling industry and in reference to corporations and businesses. See, when somebody tries to hurt me from anywhere, I'm supposed to receive insurance monies from all the companies. You know, in reference to people trying to hurt me, people trying to terrorize my life, people trying to murder me, people trying to injure me. And the government man has to get prosecuted for damaging my face and teeth. And these people playing this waiting game, it's total BS, man. I haven't received anything in the postal mail. People need to go to court. And in reference to people not following procedures of accounting laws and people, they made me burp again. The sound like man is pushing on my stomach. In reference to people at the companies that aren't following the guidelines of corporation law and accounting laws, and people illegally soliciting their activities on my mother and father's company property, such as them conspiring against me and my ownership, and people soliciting and loitering to try to manipulate people to conspire against me. Those people have to get charged for trespassing on corporation properties and private properties. These people that are conspiring against me. They're violating licensing and laws and copyrights. And the FCC needs to go after these people too. It's very serious violations of crimes of government. And criminals that are trying to steal my celebrity history and status. Oh, and somebody might want to know, in reference to film school, I went to film school kind of when I was little. You know, I went to film school. My dad had a film school and basic information and acknowledgments. Look up that information. And hello, Lucy and Ricky and TV shows and Fred and Mertz and his wife on the show and other TV shows and Howdy Doody Show and Mickey Mouse Club and you know, CBS, ABC, NBC, and other TV networks, and low cable networks, and low studios, and performing arts schools. How you guys doing? Lots of things of importance. And low film schools. I didn't receive any of the scholarships, or I didn't receive any of the scholarships from the university. And these people are blocking me from the. They're choking me now. They just choked me. They're blocking me from, and don't forget, I'm a singer too. So in reference to these people violating my singing and vocals, you know, I went to school too in reference to singing particulars and some things, you know, in reference to, you know, my mother and father, they had, you know, all different types of things. My father knew people at universities and things like that, and this is just basic information of history. Of course, you know, my parents were singers too, in reference to protection laws. And, you know, there's always been this situation, like, you know, universities know that I'm being held hostage. And, you know, in reference to properties that my mother and father had near universities, I haven't received any letters from any of them either. I haven't received a letter from anybody. I haven't received any monies of any kind. Just my unemployment is $151. And, you know, I'm tax-free, too. So, you know, the IRS needs to make it known that if somebody buys something for me, that it's a complete write-off for them. Plus, they're supposed to get, like, a little commission if they buy something for me. And corporations are supposed to know that, too. I mean, this situation might just seem, you think it's just some guy being held hostage and over some little money. No, these people are trying to steal billions of dollars after they murdered my parents. My parents didn't play no funny money. My parents didn't play funny business. And hello, Wall Street, and hello, Treasury Department. People need to make YouTube videos, and hello, IRS. People need to call the IRS and see if that's factual. That people are allowed to buy things for me and write it off because the government's blocking me from my revenues. And they're blocking me from my trust funds and blocking me from accounts that my parents had set up for me that I was supposed to have received every day. And trust funds, information, trust fund baby acknowledgments in reference to me. I can't make no trust funds or an inheritance out to nobody. Not never. My parents got murdered. And, these people would be trying to play tricks with their disguises or whatever. But that's why the Royal Protocol is a prenup, too, in reference to friendships or anybody trying to force me to be obligated to them. That's one of the reasons why I'm tax-free, too. See, in reference to government or people blocking me from my money, and then they tried to play this slavery hostage game. I haven't received any monies from anywhere. This satellite man has been terrorizing me as a criminal, whoever they are, and I have nothing to do with them, And it's violations of FCC laws, their activities of burning my face and teeth, them claiming they're reading people's faces with satellites, or they claim they're reading people's lips with satellites, damaging their teeth. No. That's criminal, government, man. You need to go to court. And hello, universities. And if universities want to make videos, you can say Tony Chase on there, or you can say my biological birth name. And people need to go after the person that keeps recycling their lies with the Greenfield document. These people tried to claim, they thought you were born in Greenfield. No, the Royal Protocol tells you where I was born. It's very important. The news networks are obligated to do stories on this situation. Royal Protocol's in the media 24 hours a day. I've not even seen one news report or any documentation on YouTube. Either somebody's not doing their job. It's like Mutiny on the Bounty. You ever heard of that? Like inside corporate fraud, inside espionage, and all kinds of crap. It's BS. Haven't received any of the letters or videos of any of the governors or mayors or the disability office in reference to teeth damage and facial damage and tailbone damage. And that satellite man must get prosecuted. Need information. Obviously, the news network needs to do news reports on the post office. Don't forget, back in the 80s and 90s, the news networks was doing reports on the Postal Service all the time about government trying to steal the postal services in America and other things.